Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Abundance Tree Podcast. April,
Janice,
how are you?
welcome. Great to see
Welcome. April
you.
Capri's in the building.
Janice Lucas in the house.
Yes. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So I'm full of energy, ready for tonight's guest. Uh,
Absolutely. We have an Air Force veteran and the founder of CMH Business Solutions, LLC. She is passionate about delivering top-tier business solutions that empower her clients. She specializes in notary services, credit repair, loan education, and trunking courses. She prides herself on providing the tools and the guidance to help others take control of their legal, financial, and career goals. As a certified wealth educator and licensed public notary, her entrepreneurial spirit and dedication make her a trusted expert for those ready to transform their future. All right, we have Miss Cheryl M. Henderson. Let's go, boss
let's let's
lady.
go in the house.
Air Force
That's
veteran. Thank you
right.
for your
Hey,
service.
Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hey.
Oh, me sideways, girl. Hold on. Hi,
Let's
Cheryl.
let's flip your camera around. It's okay.
It's
It
okay.
is.
Flip your
It is.
camera. Yeah. Flip
It
it.
It's
Flip
is.
all
it.
good.
Look.
There we
Yeah.
go.
There you go. You want to flip it again? There you go.
There we
Okay.
go. Hey.
I love it.
Good to see you.
It's all good. All good. Hey,
All
Cheryl.
good.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
How are
Okay.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. We're so excited that you decided to come on with us tonight. So thank
I'm
you.
excited as well. I am so excited. Thank you so much for the
Yes,
invitation.
absolutely. So I have to kind of tell the story about where we met, where we connected, because it's not as traditional. Like we're on like Instagram, TikTok, and all the traditional platforms, but we actually connected on FanBase. So
Brandy.
yeah, so y'all check out FanBase. So with
Yeah, shout out to
Isaac
FanBase.
Hayes and Isaac Hayes, right? So
Yeah.
Isaac Hayes Jr. Yeah.
yeah,
No, he's the third, right?
the third is the
He's the third.
The
Yeah.
third.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So shout out to him and fan base. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
glad we connected. So tell us about yourself. Tell us about your journey.
Oh my goodness. All right. So I was born and raised right here in the historic city of Montgomery, Alabama. And I am the third child of six. We just unfortunately buried the number four this past Saturday. The first sibling that has passed away. But anywho,
Our
yeah, so
condolences. Sorry to
Yeah.
hear that.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, everybody looked at us as twins
Oh,
because we're
wow.
like 1 year apart from each other.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, yeah, so that was a hard one. That was a hard one. So, but yeah, so upon graduating, I decided not to go to college, but to go into the Air Force. And so I spent 10 years in the Air Force. I loved it, loved it, loved it. My intentions was to retire, but God said no at the 10-year point. And I was like, oh, you cannot be talking to me.
I have to say thank you for your service. I'll
Absolutely. Thank you
interject
for your
that
Thank
because
service.
you. Thank
yes.
you. So, but you just have to be obedient. And I am glad I did. So I spent 10 years there, been working in the administrative field. So staff support, just anything admin is what I did. And once I left the Air Force, I continued in that same vein. Um, so I got back here in 92 and, kind of bounced around. Uh, I, I want to say, let's see, at some point, how about that? At some point, at some point, I got into the entrepreneur space. I've always done something. Okay. I remember doing insurance. I remember doing beauty control. I remember doing a whole lot of things. And then around 2017 is when God put it in my spirit to do the notary loan signing agent thing. And really, it was before then because I tried to do it before and I couldn't make the connection. So I just let it go. I just let it go. And so when I finally, God finally connected me to it, I was making the connections and all of that. I was already working 3 jobs.
Wow.
And I added the notary loan signing agent. So I was working as a CNA at one of the local hospitals. Love that. I came this close to being a nurse. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. So the nurses have my heart because, I came so close to being a nurse. And I also worked in the mental health space on call doing that. And I was also stitching with one of Montgomery finest. This lady, she was part of, well, she is part of Montgomery history. I had the pleasure of sitting with her and taking care of her the last 2 years of her life. She was the first Black bus driver, female bus driver. Yeah. She was the first Black female bus driver. Yeah, she held 2 positions. I can't remember how it went. The first Black and I think the first female bus driver here in Montgomery, Alabama. And I had the honor of taking care of her the last 2 years of her life. And so when she passed away, God launched me full time in the notary industry. And when I tell you that notary industry is a setup by God, okay, because you get called for non-notary stuff as well as notary stuff. Okay, so I kind of had my part-time thing, side thing going on, as well as being full-time with the notary loan signing agent. I'm on call here locally in my city, notarizing documents for anyone who needs them. And then other people are calling me just to do stuff. Go take pictures of property and they find us on these different databases and they're like, hey, can you go and do this? And I'm like, yeah, if y'all pay me enough. And, you kind of learn how to set your fee as you go and whatnot. So that all started happening in 2017. And when I tell you, like I said, that notary thing was set up by God, and it has been so exciting. Since then, I have published my own notary journal where we have to, as notaries, we have to document your IDs. Anybody that will notarize in their documents, we have to document them in a journal. And so I published my own. It is in the Library of Congress.
Oh,
Well, very nice.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you can find that on my website.
Okay.
You can find it on Amazon. Yeah, and I also did an ebook that's on my website as well.
Okay.
Where I am teaching people how to become a notary loan signing agent.
All
And
right.
that came about when I was on TikTok. I
Okay.
got on TikTok and I started teaching people by way of being on live, how to become a notary loan signing agent. So that book consists of my talking papers, my notes, that I would go over every time I went live and whatnot. So yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
That is
So,
so exciting.
yeah, I kind of want to backtrack just a little bit to way back to the Air Force days.
Okay,
Because
okay,
because
okay.
I'm a college and career and a military coordinator I'm a teacher at a high school. And
Okay.
so one of the things I do is I talk with the students about their options after graduation, and one of those is military. So I kind of want to pick your brain about, I guess I don't know if you were right out of high school. I don't remember if you said that or when you
Mhm.
enlisted, but um, how was that for you? Like when you made that decision, like what made you like decide to do the Air Force?
I had two paths that I wanted to go down. And one was Air Force, and the other one was a flight attendant. And sometimes I think I chose the wrong path, but then there's other times I don't think so. Yeah, so and I can't remember what made me settled on the Air Force, but I can tell you that my parents, they were okay with me doing it, either way. And I was a single parent. So I had to have my parents adopt my son before I could go in. And once I got in, I reversed it. And so, because you can't go in as a single parent, but you can be a single parent once you're in, which is crazy.
That's
Which is
interesting.
weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they was very supportive in that process. Yeah, they
Okay.
was very supportive in that. So, but yeah, I went in right after I got out of high school. I mean, directly. Well,
Okay.
kind of sort of. Well, I did. I
Yeah.
had to go for whatever the reason, I had to go National Guard. I don't, for whatever the reason, I can't remember why. I had to
Mhm.
go National Guard first.
Mhm.
And after that, I think it wasn't even a year after I got home from basic training and tech school that I got called where I could go on and go full time.
I got you. That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that. So, and you said you did your job in the military was like administrative work. And
Mm-hmm.
did that
Mm-hmm.
help prepare you for your notary and things you're doing now? Would you say?
I think the other career field that what I really wanted to do in the military was accounting. And they told me once I got in, I could always change career fields. Well, once I got in there, I just settled in with the admin, and I started taking courses to get my degree, but I never finished and whatnot. So, and the reason why I didn't is because my son, I just felt so guilty, because he had to be um at a sitter before I went to work. And then he was at a sitter when he got out of school. And he stayed there until I got out of class at night. So he was like all day gone from me.
I got you.
I'm like, God, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do, oh, I
Yeah.
was so sick. And I never forget my supervisor saying, Emery Henderson is only temporary. At this point in time, I wish I would have kept pushing, but I just didn't. I didn't. I didn't. And now he will be 45 this month on the 22nd,
Okay.
and he has his bachelor's degree. So I told him, I said, "Look at you,
Right.
you've surpassed your mom,"
Very
Oh, that's
which they
nice.
nice.
should do better than their parents. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
Absolutely.
beautiful. So I'm gonna take it to like the super basics. What is a notary public? Like, what do you
There you
guys
go.
even do for those of us that don't know?
Oh my goodness, girl, let me tell you, it is the most exciting and just what is the term I want to use? Just so I don't know, just rewarding thing. Because I tell people all the time, I might not continue with the loan signing thing, but I'll never quit being a notary. Okay. So being a notary loan signing agent puts you in two industries. It puts you in the legal industry and it also puts you in the real estate industry. Okay. So with the notary, and we're just notaries. The notary loan signing thing is a title that some of the people in the real estate industry gives us, but for the most part, you're just a notary. You're really just a notary. So the notary is the person that is hired. You hire that notary to be your witness. You are the one that is witnessing that, their signature on the paper, on the legal documents. And so you have to make sure that they're in their right mental state and all of the things. Yeah. So that's primarily what it is. It's just it's like we work closely, like a step below, maybe two steps below the attorney,
Okay.
because you got the legal aid. Okay, so we're kind of sort of right there with them and whatnot. So yeah, because here in Alabama, at some point, I want to say just before the pandemic broke out, Alabama appointed, do I want to say appointed? Well, they changed the process for the marriage certificates. So what they did was they handed it over to the notaries. So you didn't go down to the probate. You had to find a notary. And when we put our stamp on, when we put our stamp on that marriage certificate, you are married. That is your date.
Wow.
Right there.
So
okay.
That's interesting.
I have done many marriage certificates. I've done them in my office. I've done them at people's homes. I've gone to the actual wedding venture. There's some people where they say, hey, we're doing the wedding. Can you meet us after the ceremony, during the ceremony, or before the ceremony, however they want me to meet them. So I've attended a lot of weddings and ate really well. Danced really
wow,
good.
that's very
Just had
interesting.
so much fun. Yeah. And of course, those families refer people to me, for different things and whatnot. But that is, well, I want to say that's the most exciting part for me, but it isn't. I love doing adoption
okay.
notarization. Oh my goodness. And I never forget this one lady. I went to do her adoption paperwork at the local hospital here, not too far from where I live and whatnot. And that was her second time giving a child to the same family. Isn't that something?
That's such a blessing. I
Beautiful.
love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you
Girl.
kind of explain the process of how to become a notary? Like, how do you
Yes.
become? Yeah.
Well, it's different for every state. So the main thing is for you to make contact with your state. Most of the time, it is the secretary of that state. So you'll make contact with that office or whoever is in charge of the notaries for the state and find out what their process is for them being a notary because it is different for every state.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like here in Alabama, they don't train the notaries. That is so sad. How can you not train the notary? Girl, they be making and there's other states that don't train the notaries. They don't require them to go through a course before they commission them. And Alabama is one of those places. California, North Carolina, I know they test you before they commission you. And I know California's got a serious test, okay? A serious test. And Maryland, they do something really different, okay? I can't even tell you. They have to become a title agent
Hmm.
before they can become a notary or a notary loan signing agent. They doing stuff. They doing too much. You know, they doing too
You trying to make people jump
much.
through hoops.
Yes, yes. Because being a notary loan signing agent is very lucrative.
Okay.
Very lucrative. Yes. And
Do
so
tell. Do tell.
yes, yes. Well, let me tell you this. Okay, I'm moving about. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no, you're
Um,
good. Yeah.
this is what I tell the people, okay? That during the pandemic, I worked for two companies, okay? When the pandemic first came in, you know how a lot of things shut down. They didn't know what was going on. So everybody kind of shut down. They sent people home and all of that. Well, our industry, both the legal and the real estate industry, did not, okay? They did not. I remember having to have that letter in my car saying that I was essential personnel. There was many days I was the only little car on the road and all of the things. Well, during the pandemic, like I said, I was working for only two of my companies, and they had me going everywhere, everywhere. I would leave my home um, before daybreak and wouldn't get back home until after dark. And there was many $1,000 1K days that I made.
Oh,
I
Minty.
like
wow.
how that sounds.
Yeah.
1K day.
Right?
Minty. And let me
Yes.
tell you, okay, and this is what I tell people. During that time, that's how I made my millions.
Uh-oh.
Meaning I made a lot of money. I made a lot of
Okay.
money and whatnot. You can do that when you're single, and whatnot.
Yes.
My man is in a different state, and I remember one time he said, "You working on Sunday?" I said, "Just as long as you're not home, baby. I'm working Sunday, Saturday, Monday,
I love
Tuesday."
it.
You know, but when you're not home, when you're home, no.
That's awesome.
So, but I also started my trucking company during that time frame, and I paid cash for my semi truck. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Everything that I did for that trucking company came from out of my income of being a notary loan signing agent
I
Wow.
and
did to
whatnot.
take some notes here. I think I need to start taking some notes.
Hey, I
That's
told you
great.
I got an ebook.
Wow.
I got an ebook.
Okay.
So yeah, and what else? There was a lot of work I did at my house. There was a lot of work that I did at my mom's house and whatnot. Because we always got different projects going on at my mom's, and there was something that was going on, and it was like back to back stuff. And so I don't know what made my older sister call me about it. I was like, "Why is she calling me?" And whatnot. So I just told them, I sent some people out there to give us an estimate, and they came back with it. And I told my siblings, I said, "Listen, I'm going to take care of this, just me. Y'all focus on the other thing. I will handle this project just straight out of my pocket. Y'all just focus on the other thing." But that's because that loan signing business is very lucrative. Um, at the same time, I didn't want to be on the road as much. And so even now, I still do loan signings. And I also am on call here locally for just notarizing documents. They are able to schedule an appointment either to meet me at my office or for me to come to them. So, but
Nice.
everything is by appointment only. So I'm able to work everything around my own schedule. In regards to my trucking company, I pulled the truck from the company that was leasing it and I sold it. So, but I still have the company intact. Now what I'm doing is I'm a distributor of the federal mandated safety training courses for anyone across the United States that is looking to get their CDL for any reason, to drive a truck, to drive a school bus, to drive a passenger bus, whatever they're looking to get it for. If it requires one of those federal mandated courses, they can go online to my site and register. They first have to register. Then they pay for whatever the course is they need. And then they take their test. Once they take their test and pass it, that the course, their results is registered with the federal database. So when they go down to get their CDL, the very first thing they're going to do is check and see, did they take that course and did they pass? If they
That
did,
is
then they can
nice.
proceed. So that's all online. What I'm doing now is more online stuff than just physical, me being
Smart.
just a
As you
free. I
should.
want to be able to work from anywhere.
Mhm.
You have to be God, when you're communicating with God, you got to formalize your sentences, your requests correctly. So my thing was, yeah, God, I want to work from home. Well, I was working from home. And I'm like, but that's not what I meant.
So be more specific with your prayers.
Right.
And so he blessed me with working from home. And when I'm like, okay, no, I don't want to work from, I want to work from anywhere. And so that's when I started. I was like, I want to work from anywhere. So came the CDL courses. I was like, okay, now we got
Yes.
it. And
That
whatnot. And then came the financial services. Okay, that's all online. You can go online and we help you with your credit repair. We help you build business credit. You can sign up for credit cards. We have financial literacy. I'm so excited with this new company that I'm with. They offer educational courses regarding financial literacy for the youth.
Okay.
Yes,
I
for the
like
youth.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. When I tell you so, and the beautiful thing about it is part of their family protection plan. So the credit repair is built into the plan. So I don't have to try to figure out uh, how much I'm going to charge you based on your discrepancies or your inquiries. You're paying that it's a membership plan. So you pay less than $300, I want to say, to start, and then you pay less than $100 a month for the membership. So with that, you're getting the credit repair, you're getting legal services and financial services. How about that? Okay.
Okay.
and
There you
the and
go.
the youth literacy is built into that. There is so much that's built into that plan. It is so worth the money. It is so worth the money. So I just recently went through them regarding my credit restoration. And I already knew, okay, I don't want to do a darn thing. Not one thing. I don't want to do nothing. Okay. And so she asked me, she was like, okay, so do you want um to prepare the letters? Because you can prepare the letters, do everything yourself, or they can do it. I said, no, I don't want to do anything. She said, okay, so we'll prepare the letters. Do you want us to email them to you and you send them out? I said, no, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. Right.
And she said, okay, so we'll do that. And so, but there was something that I knew that I wanted them to make sure that came off of my record, and that was all the old addresses and
Mm,
phone numbers and
yeah.
stuff. I'm like, this is my address, this is my phone numbers. Anything that is not this, it needs to come off. It needs to
Mhm.
come. And she said, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. And so here lately, I've been seeing all these reports, these emails coming over. You're doing a good job. Your score is
Mhm.
increasing. You're
Oh,
doing a good
good.
job. Your score is
Wow.
increasing. I was like,
All
okay, you
right. I
got to
love
do
that.
anything. You got to do but pay for that package. And also what is included in that package is wills and trust. So that's my
Okay.
next thing because I really want to do the trust. I want to do the trust and
Okay.
whatnot. So I am going to dial them up again and say I don't want to do anything.
Love
But
that.
I want to put my business and everything in the trust. I want to put, I'm going to build my business credit and everything is going to go over, to the business credit. The business stuff is going into the trust. I am going to be living off of my business credit and not my personal credit. So that's the main reason why I got into the credit space. But the thing about this company is that I promote it, but I don't do anything.
I
You
love that.
don't meet with me, you meet with them. You got a credit attorney and you also have Rocket Lawyer. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I love
You
that.
get Yes, you got all the documents, you have access to like these health directories, all the legal documents that you could possibly need. You'll have asset to those. Well, all you have to go in and do is download it. You can fill them out yourself or have them do it. When I tell you you're getting so much for your money, it is so worth it. I am so excited about
Wow.
connecting with this company.
That
That is
Yes,
so
sounds like an
amazing.
amazing
It
partnership.
is. Wow. Y'all gotta
yes.
get connected with Cheryl over here and get on her website. We need that to
Exactly. Where
oh
can
my
people
God.
find you and get connected to all these great resources and
Yes,
the
man.
book?
And get the book. And
Yeah.
Yes.
the other thing that I did also in the notary realm is one of the hardest things in that field is trying to figure out how to set your fees. So I put together what I call a fee guide. So it
Okay.
kind of gives you an idea of how you should set your fee. Now you have to go by your state guidelines. Here in Alabama, they just raised our fee to $10 per
Okay.
signature,
Mhm.
right? But it's different for the loan signing, and it's different. It's just different. Okay, you
Got
can
you.
charge.
Is that in your, sorry to cut you short, is that in your book?
It's not in the book yet.
Okay. Well, we're
When we revise the book again, we're going to include it. At least I think that's what we decide to do. So what we have is you have the ebook, you have the
uh-huh.
journal, and then you also have the fee guide. So those are the three
Okay.
Awesome.
things.
So
Yeah.
how can people connect with you to get those things? We got about a minute and some change left.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can connect with me by way of Instagram. Everything is CMH Business Solutions. So my website is cmhbusinesssolutions.com. You find me on Instagram, FanBase, TikTok, Facebook, all under CMH Business Solutions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Y'all get
Awesome
connected.
sauce.
Yes. I love
Yes.
that. We are so glad that you came on with us tonight. You had a
Okay.
great story. That was so amazing. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for sharing.
thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
I am
Absolutely.
so glad to be here. Thank you for reaching out to me. I feel so
absolutely.
honored. So honored.
We're
Girl,
honored to
thank
have
you for
you.
coming and sharing all your knowledge and expertise and some industry secrets and opening yourself up so people can come and ask questions and find out how to make some of this money.
Dropping them gems.
Yes.
I love
So we
it.
look forward to meeting with you again and having an update maybe sometime. And
Yes.
thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank
Thank you,
y'all. Y'all
Cheryl.
have a great
Thank
night.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.